Get your most pressing voiceover business and marketing questions answered. That's what the Everyday VOpreneur Summer Series is all about. I'm inviting VOpreneurs onto the show, giving them an opportunity to ask a question and get an answer. And my hope is that each episode ultimately provides insights that will help you in your own voiceover business as well. And this week, I'm welcoming onto the show Ali Murphy, repeat guest.
Thank you so much. It's very
I feel like there
big
should
honor.
be a special T-shirt or like a pin that you should get or something for repeat guests. Yeah.
I love it. No, I'm honored. Thank you so much for having me on again.
So what is your most pressing business and marketing question?
Well, with it being the schools in the United States are breaking up this week, and then in Europe, I know they maybe next month, I think it is. People are out of office, and it's so frustrating when you send out these marketing emails and then you just get a bunch of out of office responses back. So I was wondering if there was different types of marketing for the different seasons, and what's the best thing to do at this time of year when lots of people are taking vacations.
I'm not going to judge you on this one, but I am going to make an observation. More often than not, when I get asked this question, what voice actors are really saying is, Mark, can I take the summer off my marketing? Because, everybody's on summer vacation anyway.
I want permission.
Can I just have permission to just sit by the pool and just take it easy and take the summer off? That's usually what people are asking. The summer slowdown is real. And I think any voice actor that's been doing this for any length of time is going to be able to see that the summer slowdown is real. I think if you were to look back through your invoices over the last 5 or 10 years or whatever, you would probably see there's a little bit of a stretch there in the summer. It's natural. People do go on vacation. One of the things that I think can be kind of helpful is that those vacation seasons are slightly staggered. Like in the United States, they get out several weeks before Canada, which means that, Canada goes a little bit later to before everybody starts taking time off. But I think traditionally, July and August are a little bit slow. So I think there's a couple of things that I want to keep in mind, though, when I'm doing my marketing through the summer, because I am still doing my marketing through the summer. Number one, go on vacation yourself, because I think we've all proven that as soon as you leave the office, everybody needs you. Right?
You get the emails, yeah.
Yeah, right? So rule number one is send out that email to let everybody know what your availability is. And that's usually something that I will do about 4 weeks before I go if I'm going for an extended period. I might give about 4 weeks notice, and then maybe the week before I leave, just another reminder that I'm going to be gone. But you mentioned specifically autoresponders. I think that the autoresponders are a gift, because the autoresponders are telling you exactly when they're going to be back in the office.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're sending these marketing emails and feeling defeated because we keep getting bounce backs with out of office notices, but we're not seeing what's on the other side of that, which is exactly the day that they will be back. And so one of the things that I will do anytime that I get any kind of autoresponder is I will make a note in my CRM, and I'll wait, if they say they're going to be back on a Monday, for example, I might wait until a Tuesday or a Wednesday, but then I'll try reaching out again. Maybe mention the fact that they were on vacation because their autoresponder said they were, right? So at that point, it's not weird to mention it. Yeah. Maybe that becomes something that you include in your email, just to say, how was your vacation? I hope you had a great time off. I reached out to you while you were gone and just wanted to follow up with you again. But I'll always give it a couple of days, just because that first day back in the office, I think, that's when they're trying to get caught up completely. So wait a couple of days and you're good to go. But ultimately, I think the other thing we have to remember is people go on vacation for a week, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. But most people are not going on vacation for 2 months. And that's the thing, right? Like, yes, July and August are the summer season, June, depending on where you're at, June as well. But it's not like people are just shutting down completely. The office doesn't just close and everybody comes back in September. And so I say that you keep sending the emails because work is still happening, and you just make note of those autoresponders so that you know exactly when to get top of mind again.
So can I just ask, if you're sending out like an initial first contact email, an introduction email, and it bounces back that they're on vacation,
Yep.
Would you so you've set your reminder in your CRM. You're going to contact them a few days after they're back in the office. Would you like reattach that same email so you don't have to be like, oh, here's my bump again? You know, it's just you can just kind of, oh, hey, how was your vacation? I reached out to you. I've attached the email below so you don't have to search for it. Would that be useful, or do you write a whole different type of email?
No, I would just carry on with the original email thread, right? Because if I've sent that initial email, now I'm a Gmail user, so I know that different things work differently in different email systems. But with my Google Workspace, I send that email. If the autoresponder comes back, it's going to be in that thread, right, as a reply to the original email. And so then when I reach out again, I would just include it as basically a third email in that chain, so they could go back and see, right? I'll mention, hey, you know, I reached out to you while you're away and whatever. But yeah, then I keep it all in one place so I don't have to go through the whole spiel all over again. It just becomes almost like a follow-up, and I'm bringing myself back top of mind again.
That's really good, and just keeps it a bit more personal as well, building that relationship rather than it just being all about the sell.
Yeah, and I think, you know, one of the things that I get pushback on that is, you know, isn't that like kind of stalkery or creepy, or, you know, I don't know this person or whatever. But my whole thing is, if they're specifically mentioning that they were on vacation, if it's right there in the email that they sent you, then there's nothing wrong with it. Now, would I deep dive into the specifics of what their vacation was? Of course not. But to mention, you know, I hope you had a great holiday, or, you know, did you do anything exciting, or, you know, something like that that's a little more generalized but acknowledges what you saw, what you read, that they were on vacation. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I've had that work for me in the past.
Yeah. I think it's, yeah, you just need to keep it simple, don't you? It's not like a big, you don't need to spend like hours curating the perfect email to not sound stalkery, but just be a human and be like, hey, reached out to you, you were away, hope you had a great time, here it is. Keep it simple.
I would love to be able to say that it's so much more complicated than that, but it's not. And that's the thing, right? It's just two people having a conversation, and you're just picking up the conversation where there was an opening to come in and start a conversation just based off of that autoresponder alone. So I would absolutely not be worried about that. And then the other thing to keep in mind too is, you know, so market yourself in some different regions as well. Not everybody takes summer holiday in July and August like we do in North America. And so if you have the ability to market yourself in other places, that opens up a potential door as well. But I don't know, unless you're a teacher, which my wife is a teacher, so yes, she legitimately does take July and August off. But outside of that, most businesses are not just shutting down for the whole entire summer. So I still think there's plenty of opportunities that are out there, and I think they're available to the voice actors who are actually going out and getting them and using little tips like the autoresponder as a way to get in the door.
Genius. And then we're top of the mind then for September when things start picking back up again.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a genius. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that.
I have my moments, so that's it. Go on vacation yourself and send out that email so that you can let people know, and that's a really great way to bring yourself top of mind with everybody on your database, and then take advantage of those autoresponders for the people that you're directly reaching out to so that you can follow up with them on their timeline, and you're good to go.
Perfect.
All right, Ali, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me again.